Hey, John Sonmez from SimpleProgrammer.com. I got a question here from Rondale about dropping out of his master's degree program. So this is a quick question. I'll try to actually give you a quick answer for once. I recently decided to drop out of a master's in computer science program after about a year in the program because I thought it wasn't teaching me what I wanted to know about mobile development. Thereafter, I decided to join and I'll leave out the name of the academy, a local coding bootcamp to learn more about iOS development. Do you think this was a smart decision? P.S. Just in case you're wondering, I have a BA in history. So, I don't have a lot of information here to tell you whether or not this was a smart decision. If you're in, I don't know how far you were in the master's program. Were you almost at the end? If you were, then yes, that was not a smart decision if you were almost done. If you just started it, I guess you said you're after about a year in the program. So was it a 2-year? If it was a 2-year program and you were a year in, man, I would have probably finished that. But what's done is done, right? If it's more than 2 years, then obviously it makes more sense to drop out and go into to something else. But it's definitely good to start with what you finished. I'm honest, and I don't give fake advice, so I will say that. But what's done is done. So you joined a local coding boot camp to learn about iOS development. That's good. I think that's great. Honestly, I think those boot camps can be very, very effective. I think they get a bad rap sometimes because people don't want to believe that you can learn to program in like 8 weeks, but you can, and you can become good at it if you focus, and that's what you're working on for 8 weeks. Believe me, you're going to get good at programming. You're not going to become a senior developer in 8 weeks, but it's going to give you enough to get a job and do better than a lot of college graduates that get out and think that they can program, but they've never really spent some time really writing code and writing real-world apps, which these boot camps help you do. So in that regard, that was smart. That was a smart move. I think it'll work out for you as long as you can, stick with the boot camp, get through that, and go on to the next thing, and make sure that you get a good job right out of there, and don't give up. It's not an easy road to become a programmer. So I can't really tell you, one way or the other. All I can say is that when you make a decision and you're done with it, then keep looking forward and stop looking back. Don't worry about whether or not that was the right choice. That's what I would say at this point. You said you had a BA in history, so getting the CS masters. You still got credits from the first year, so you could always go back and do that, right? It's not a huge deal, but that could have helped. But again, if you know how to code, if you've got a portfolio, a lot of these code boot camps either hook you up or they help you develop a portfolio, then you're probably in pretty good shape. Just don't give up. Don't switch around too much. You can make life-altering decisions once or twice, but you don't want to backtrack too many times. Otherwise, you're never going to get anywhere. I was just reading Seneca's letters on morality, and he was talking. In his letters, he's talking to his apprentice, and he's basically saying, "Hey, don't waste your whole life without living it. Just keep on switching your paths." So I definitely recommend to not do that. Obviously this is just one small change, but just keep that in mind. All right. Well, hopefully this is helpful to you. And if you have any questions, if you got any comments, just leave them below. And I'd appreciate it if you subscribe to the channel. Take care.